Hello people on YouTube, bright light in my face. I bought a new guitar, two actually, but this video will be about the first one, and it is one stunning looking PRS without the bird inlays, which doesn't really bother me at all. But yeah, it's a mahogany piece of wood with a maple top, flamed maple. Looks really good. It has a bolt-on neck and some locking tuners, which make this guitar like really in tune all the time. I haven't tuned this in a long time, a few days, and it still is in tune, just like that. Yes, it has two humbuckers, which can be single coiled, so you can play in two humbuckers or in two single coils. You cannot use the single coils both. You only can use a single coil here and a single coil here. One humbucker here, one humbucker here, or both humbuckers. So no humbucker with a single coil or any other combination like that. Yeah, it has a tone knob and a volume knob, which comes in very handy when you play guitar. It has 6 strings, 22 frets, and it sounds really good. So let's play something so you can hear that. We're going to start with the neck pickup because it sounds really good. I'm going to use a little bit of reverb from my GCM 2000 with a 1960s GCM 900 cabinet. I'm also going to use some Blackstar distortion. You can see my Blackstar a video which I uploaded previously. Later on in the video I'm going to use some echo from Den Electronics, and I'm going to use some Ibanez chorus. I also got a Jimi Hendrix wah pedal, but I'm not going to use that now because I am not really good in using it right now, so I'm going to practice it a little bit. Yes, let's hear something, Mike. Okay. When I picked this guitar up and I played it through a 1958 Bassman Fender, I noticed one thing like immediately, and that is the sustain of this guitar. And it keeps on going like this a long time. You don't have that with a lot of guitars, especially not a lot of guitars that have a bolt-on neck, because this neck's bolt-on, which means it shouldn't have a lot of sustain, theoretically. But this is a PRS, and I don't know how they do it, but the sustain of this guitar is really good. The fun thing of this neck is it's made out of one piece of wood. Normally the headstock is one piece of wood glued on the neck itself, and it also limits the sustain of the guitar a little bit. This guitar, heavy piece of wood, one piece neck, bolted on together, and it vibrates like crazy. It's really, you can feel the guitar when you play it. It also sounds good without amplifier, so when you're playing without any amplifier around you, just like in your living room or something, just to keep the neighbors from complaining about noise, you can also just hear what you're playing, and it's really nice. Right now I'm going to use the single coil function in the neck position, which is this, and it sounds really, I wouldn't say it's like a real Fender sound, because Fender doesn't have like the real oomph that this guitar has. Strangely, I don't know why. It's not the Fender sound, the single coil Fender sound. It's a PRS sound, and it just sounds really single coil good. So some balls. I mean, when I'm going to turn this amp up, which I'm not going to do because I'm not alone here in this house, it has some crazy amount of oomph without a lot of bass, because I turn the bass a little bit back, especially when I'm playing like in a band, because the bass, the low frequencies, is for a bass guitar and for a drum, not for a guitar. The frequencies that the guitar uses is basically the middle and the treble frequencies. Those have to be the ones that you hear in the mix, that cut through the mix. The low frequencies is for bass guitar. But even when you turn down the bass a lot, you get a lot of low frequencies from this guitar. It's just every frequency gets to the element into the amplifier. Just play, Mike, alright. I'm going to put on some echo from Den Electronics and some Ibanez chorus, and now it sounds something like this.